Hi guys, I'm Bob Browski. I'm the chef at RPM Seafood.
And I'm Andrea Cote. I'm the Executive Pastry Chef for RPM Restaurants.
And we've put together a 4-course Valentine's dinner for you that hopefully you won't forget.
And hopefully you'll have a great date night.
Cheers. Today for the first course, we've got a nice light Mediterranean tuna crudo. We've got gorgeous bluefin Spanish farm-raised tuna that's unbelievably high quality and extremely fresh that we like to use in the restaurant. The garnish is very, very simple. We've got beautiful sea salt, Kalamata olives that have been dehydrated, Espelette pepper from the Espelette region of France, and gorgeous lemon oil here. So when slicing tuna, you always want to make sure you have a nice sharp knife, a nice dry board that is nice and steady, and you just want to use nice clean strokes with a sharp knife. So, and one of the nice things is your tuna is already sliced for you, so you won't have to worry about any of this in the kitchen yourself. And then all we have to do at this point is just plate the dish. So we'll take our tuna, nicely overlap them on the plate, nice and even. And then all we'll do is we'll simply garnish this dish. Salt over the fish to make sure it's nice and seasoned. It'll also add a nice texture. The dehydrated olives will add a nice earthy touch to it. The Espelette is going to add a nice fruity note and just a touch of spice. You can add more if you like it more spicy. And then to finish it off, we're just going to take this gorgeous lemon oil and kind of garnish the plate. I like to also take the lemons that are in here and dress that up as well. So kind of nice and even all over the tuna. Give this a nice wipe. And that's your first course, a Mediterranean tuna crudo. For the second course, and this can also be made ahead of time, so while you're preparing the rest of the courses, this could be something to snack on as you go through the rest of the menu. So we've got house-made focaccia that we've got cut here. We've got Laura Chanel goat cheese, which is a gorgeous California goat cheese that it was kind of the first artisan goat cheese to kind of come out of the California in the 90s. An Amalfi lemon pomodoro, so think onions, roasted tomatoes, fennel, beautiful olive oil, garlic, things like that. We'll put that in the oven, bake it till it gets nice and hot and bubbly. We'll toast the focaccia off, and then we'll top it with some herbed breadcrumbs. So this has been in the oven for about 12 minutes at 350 degrees. The cheese is bubbling away, and the bread is perfect and ready to go, so we'll take it out. As you can see, it's quite hot, so please be careful during this step. You wouldn't want to burn yourself on Valentine's Day. So we'll take our hot bread, put it right next to our cheese here, and we're just going to finish it with some beautiful herbed breadcrumbs. And this is perfect piping hot. It's also great room temperature left over. So the entree is going to be a beautiful roasted lobster and a twice baked potato. We're going to start here because this takes just a little bit longer. So we've got your roasted potato shell, and we're going to stuff that with the twice baked potato filling. So this has roasted potato, a little bit of black truffle, scallion, sour cream, and copious amounts of butter. So all we're going to do is fill this up so that it kind of fits nicely and is smooth on top. Not overflowing too much, because when it expands, when it gets hot, we don't want it to kind of overflow. So now that this is full, we're going to take beautiful fontina cheese and just put it right on top. So that'll get nice and golden brown. And all you're going to do is pop this in a 350 degree oven for about 10 minutes. It's been about 10 minutes, so we'll take the potatoes out of the oven, and then we can talk about the main course here. All right, so let's talk lobster. So these are hard shell, 4-pound Maine lobsters. So a lot larger than the traditional lobster you'll find in most places in the city of Chicago. We've steamed them, we've taken the meat out, we've cut the meat into bite-sized pieces, and we've kind of put it back into the shell. So when we cook it, it'll help insulate and keep everything nice and juicy. So we're gonna broil these, we're gonna cover these in butter. The butter consists of a little bit of preserved lemon, roasted garlic, a touch of black pepper, and some beautiful Amish butter. So I've microwaved this so that it's nice and liquid, and all we're gonna do is take this and spoon it right over the lobster. As much or as little as you want. There's no such thing as too much butter though. What the butter is going to do, it's actually going to help insulate the lobster by having it coated in that nice oil. It's also going to, of course, flavor the lobster, but it's also going to keep it from drying out when it's broiled. So then we'll take this. We've preset our broiler on low. So all we're gonna do is take both of these items, put them in the broiler. Once the potatoes are nice and crispy and golden brown and delicious, they're ready to go. And the lobster's already cooked, so all you wanna do is get it hot. This will take 3 to 4 minutes on the top shelf. So we are ready to go. 4 to 5 minutes in a low broiler. This should come out looking just like this. And all we have to do is garnish, and we're ready to go. So for garnishes for these, all we're gonna do is for the potato, we're just gonna take some nicely cut scallions and dress the top of these. And those are ready. And then the lobster, we're gonna do it just like we do in the restaurant. A couple of lemons. Parsley is your friend. And a little drawn butter for all of your dipping needs. Thank you so much for joining us. After dinner, our pastry chef Andrew will walk you through a wonderful molten chocolate cake. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day, and we'll hope to see you in the restaurant real soon.
Hi everyone, I'm Chef Andrea from RPM Restaurants, and we're gonna make dessert now. So I've already taken the liberty of making the batter for you, but I just wanted to walk you through those steps really quickly. So here we started with a 70% dark chocolate. This one is from Cocoa Berry. It's very nice and bitter. And we melt that with butter over a bain-marie, or you can even do it in the microwave. And then we have our eggs and sugar that we whip to full volume. As that gets more voluminous, we're gonna add in our sifted all-purpose flour. And then you just combine the two by folding them together. So it's Valentine's Day. I know you don't wanna do too much work, so I already did that for you. We're gonna fill this container about 2/3 of the way full. So you're just gonna take your batter. You wanna squeeze from the top and direct with the bottom. Just keep piping until you're about 2/3 full. Great. And you can give it a little tap. And then we'll put her in the oven. We're at 350. So again, our cake's in the oven at 350 degrees, and after about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on your oven, we're gonna take a look and see how it is. Now you wanna make sure that the top is still a little bit soft, but the rest of the outside is beautifully set. So I've unmolded our cake. If you don't want to, it's perfectly fine to eat it out of the container. And then we're just gonna dust it with a little powdered sugar. If all has gone well, you should be able to cut into it. In the center, will be molten. It wouldn't be Valentine's Day without chocolate-covered strawberries, so we sent you a few of these as well to enjoy alongside your cake, and of course, a glass of Juliana. Thank you so much for joining us on Valentine's Day, and we hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Cheers.